Hi all. Today we will see metaphysics among the divisions of philosophy. In the last presentation, we have discussed about axiology, another division of philosophy. So today we will see the details of metaphysics and how this metaphysics and education are interrelated. So what is metaphysics? So the word, the literal meaning of the term metaphysics, beyond physics. What is physics? The physical form or appearance of things around us. So that's physics. That we can see, we can perceive, we can manipulate things, we can experience it directly. So that sort of things are physics. So what is beyond this? What is the beginning of this? From where these things originate? And those are some of the abstract things beyond this physics, behind this physics. What is life and how it originates? So, what is reality or being? So, that sort of questions, it will be difficult to answer by science or by physics. So, all these are beyond our physical senses. We can't perceive such things. So, as a branch of philosophy, metaphysics examine the fundamental nature of reality, including the relation between mind and matter. So, what is mind? What is matter? What are its relation? What is the nature of reality? And what is the nature itself? And what are the causes of this reality? And how the things are interrelated in nature, or such complicated things, abstract things. So, metaphysics as a branch of philosophy studies all these things. What is really real? The things that we are seeing is not real, or the real reality is behind that, which is concealed. So, the just take the case of the current pandemic. We know that it's a worldwide issue now. So the reality behind such a rapid spread of this pandemic is not yet known. So there are certain realities behind that. So when we approach those things, not biologically or not medicinally, when we approach it philosophically, we will get some other reasons, some reasons. And the relation of nature and existence, its beings. So in such a way, when we approach that thing, we can see that whenever there will be a rise in population of any kind of organisms, there will be a natural mechanism to prevent such overgrowth of any population, except in the case of human beings. Because we will always try to overcome the override the nature, a rule of the nature. So that's what we are experiencing now. So nature by its means trying to control human population. Dinosaurs are no more an issue because we can see them with our, and we can perceive them with our bare senses. But these microbes of the day and tomorrow, they will have something to do. So there is a reality that some infection, and we perceive only when we get infected. So such kind of things are there. Different forms of life is there, and there shall be complicated interrelationships. In Indian philosophy, you might have heard that this world is full of Maya. So the concept of Maya is a highly positive concept when we see it in a metaphysical viewpoint. So these are not real. The reality is beyond this. All these are some expressions of the reality only. So in that way, metaphysics is considered as the first branch of philosophy from which all other branches takes their origin. And this metaphysics is said to have two main branches such as ontology and cosmology. The ontology studies the relation between nature and being. How nature and the organisms interrelated. And cosmology studies nature of the universe. What is the nature of this universe? How it is originated and how it is transforming. And that's regarding the meaning of metaphysics. Then metaphysics and education. So the purpose of metaphysics became active through education. To know the reality, to know the relationship, to know the causes of relationship. So to know something, to learn something, to understand something, we need education. So that's why we can say that the action or active side of metaphysics or the expression of metaphysics is education. Because metaphysics is there, the reality is there, the nature is there, the relation between nature and organisms is there, but it get exposed. We can explain it only when we study it, only when we try to understand it, only when we try to describe it. So there comes the significance of or importance of education, or at that point education and metaphysics are interrelated. The real expression of metaphysics, the active side of metaphysics is exposed properly through education, and by using that We try to know reality, we try to know the relationships, we try to know different causes. And this is more specific. The relation between metaphysics and education is more specific when we introduce the term curriculum. What is a curriculum? Though we define or though we explained it differently, when we approach the term curriculum philosophically, it's an abstract idea. Because curriculum is not provided. We usually say that a curriculum include various subjects and activities or experiences, a set of interrelated or non-related subjects. And we are preparing a syllabus outline and we give a title as curriculum. It is not like that. It is only a part, specifically a passive part. That only. A syllabus is a passive part or passive element of a curriculum. Naturally, there will be an active part in the form of the consumers of the curriculum, the learners, the teachers, and the innumerable experiences when subjected to that curriculum or the entire duration of that curriculum. So that's why when we approach curriculum philosophically, we can say it as more abstract. Because what do you gain while going through that curriculum? That is very, very personalized. So a generalized assessment is not at all possible. So we are conducting exams. We are conducting exams, the highest exam in the state, SLC exam. The highest means highest in number of students. So what we actually measure by using that? We can't measure what the learners gain through a 10-year of schooling by conducting such an examination. Because they gain some other things that we cannot assess through such kind of written memory based examination. And another question, is it worthy? Suppose they gain something, and is it worthy? What is the value of things with respect to their present and future life beyond getting an admission to some other courses? Whether it is valuable for their future life. When a life-threatening situation comes, whether this particular knowledge help them, to what extent? So all such questions are the basic questions to design a curriculum. What a learner is supposed to gain from a curriculum, and the worthiness of this knowledge, whether it is a theoretical knowledge or it is a practical knowledge, to what extent a learner shall practicalize, or is there any scope for imparting theoretical education? So the ratio between theory and practice, all those questions are basics to curriculum. The nature of the curriculum. What all subjects, what kind of topics, what types of activities, what nature of experiences shall be incorporated as a planned component. In a curriculum, as we said earlier, there is a planned component and unplanned component, actualized component. The planned part is the passive part that we form, we constitute, design in a written way in the form of syllabus and all, syllabus, assignment, activities, etc. So it's a planned part, and there is an unplanned or the actual part, which that part ensure whether the learner gain something from this curriculum or just to appear for an examination. So the nature of the curriculum, the depth of the curriculum, the usefulness of the curriculum, all these things are then determined on the basis of the questions raised by metaphysics. And all these things is based on the concept of reality. So you know various schools of philosophy, Indian schools as well as Western schools. So all these schools, why there are so many schools of philosophy? That also will be an interesting question. So some schools gave emphasis to nature, some school to some other things, to idealism, importance to idea. Ideas are a reality, ideas are important. For naturalism, nature is important. Spiritualism, spirituality, the supreme power, that is important. So that is the reality. And to some schools, there are some ultimate realities. Certain some other thoughts, there are no such ultimate realities. Everything changes. So that concept of reality proposed by metaphysics decides the inclusions in curriculum. So by including specific subjects and activities on the basis of the reality, we can study or we can analyze various questions of metaphysics in turn. That's why we see earlier that metaphysics and education are interrelated in such a way that metaphysics provide that foundation for a curriculum, and through curriculum we can study further the metaphysical questions. So that's the relation between metaphysics and education. So metaphysics is the study of reality, and the reality provides the foundation for curriculum. So that's the end of this presentation. Thanks for watching. Thank you all.